Check this out. This little guy here, this is a rechargeable power supply made by Rockboard, which is part of Warwick. Now, this is something that once you've tried them, you will realize you cannot live without it. Aside from the fact that it's got a USB output, but more importantly, it's got two 1 amp outputs on top. Power actually comes on when you put the cable in. This is only one power supply of quite a big range that they have. So this one, if you wanted to connect a bunch of pedals, you can daisy chain them. One of the cool things is you can actually recharge it while you are using it. So it's not like it's going to run flat and you're in trouble. You can always just plug power supply into it and have charge while you do your thing. So I'm going to run through 3 or 4 main reasons that I cannot live without this little guy now, and I'm sure by the end of this you're going to want to get one. It's a lifesaver, so let's check it out. Stuff everywhere, always. I feel like I'm a mad professor. One of the things that came up straight up is because I'm always trying different pedals, and for some dumb reason I'm always like, what would that sound like if I plugged it into the accessory or this or that? So like, for example, Keeley, this is an awesome pedal called the Caverns Delay Reverb. I love the modulated reverb, so I'll be thinking, oh, I've got to try that in front of the accessory, just want to have a listen to it. Power supplies, whatever. And I just go here, I'm like, thank you, okay, you know, we bam, in that side, crack it in there, and I have instant power. So it just means that I can very quickly grab this, plug it into something else, have a listen to it, put it away. I don't have to have power supplies lying all over the place, and it's always good, clean power. If I just want to lay down, you know, 3 or 4 pedals on a board, instead of kind of having to go to the Voodoo Labs biggest power supply, where am I going to put that, how am I going to wire it up? This little guy, aside from the fact that it's a very attractive little thing, it's thin and it's really lightweight. So now this also just happens to be a Rockboard pedal board thing. What do you call this? They have a whole big range of different size and shape pedal boards as well, and nice and light. So this can actually slip under there very easily, but I would just be quickly going, this is fine. Okay, bam, here we go. I can try some pedals very quickly. Got a couple of small daisy chains I can use. So I can bump a pedal board together in a matter of, 10 or 15 minutes. I can quickly try things out, change around pedals and go, cool, there it is. A much faster and easier way using this little guy. By the way, I've got to mention these patch cables, also part of the Rockboard range. These are flat. Now, I can't believe someone hasn't done this already. This is such an awesome idea for 2 reasons. One is that they take up the least amount of space you can imagine. So when you have pedals side by side, they're just flat, and the actual ends of them are flat, so you can get that right in there. The other thing, what I love about them, is that they are highly flexible. So unlike most patch cables that only want to go a certain way, when you have to connect pedals up that aren't all side by side, and you need to have something that goes from here and it kind of bends around and goes like that, most patch cables don't want to do this. These guys will bend any way you want to. They are your slaves. They are happy to bend anyway. Different sizes, different lengths. What a fantastic idea. Okay, now I want to show you my favorite reason for owning this rechargeable power supply. This is something that I stumbled across in doing some recording recently and trying out pedals, of course. Now I have this gorgeous looking pedal here, which is my kind of vintage small stone, which has been modded up and beautified by Sean Klinger. Now, this is a high quality power supply that came with a good pedal. Now, when I get that guy in there, hello, doesn't like it. Well, that's unusable. When you take this glorious little guy and you do the same thing, goodbye strange noises, hello phaser. So when you disconnect from your mains power, there's no earth loops, hums, all that electrical stuff that most of us don't understand. It's just a pain in the butt, and you get the same thing at gigs sometimes when you get to an old theatre or a hall or something, and there's just some weird electrical things going on. You use the rechargeable power supply, there is none of that.